Hello everyone, Epic Sonar Man here. Verlin's just recently dropped episode 107 part 2, and I can say it was definitely worth the wait. I know I am a little late for the analysis because of me being busy yesterday. In real life I didn't got time to work on the video, but it doesn't matter much. Anyways, this episode had a lot of questions, and I definitely wasn't expecting most of what we witnessed. I did ask Verlin some questions about this episode because I got a little confused on some parts. But of course, I will firstly analyze the whole episode and give my opinions. Before we start this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are a little more away for 4,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe to achieve it and keep growing this channel even more. And I haven't recently promoted my Discord server much lately due to some haters trying to raid it. I know these people for some months ago, just some little racist kids seeking for attention. I have understood some of them are meat riders from the Ryzen 1, but overall let's not talk about any of this. I will leave a link in the description. Anyways, let's start with the analysis. Episode firstly starts on a reminder of what happened at the end of part 1, but suddenly the camera starts glitching before Jimmy comes into the scene, and the glitching was hidden a date, and it's the date the series is currently on, September 3rd, 2031, and Verlin's also hid other dates for other flashbacks in the episode, so we might get an idea of how long this has been going for. But after the camera suddenly glitches, Jimmy arrives just like the end of part 1, and starts shooting us. The Speaker Strider pushes the Dark Speaker Man to save him. Bro is definitely a good pet for saving his owner. After that, we see Dark Speaker Man's jetpack gets destroyed. Looks like he got a bit damaged with Jimmy barely touching him. But suddenly he hears something outside the roof, and G-Toilet opens the roof and surprises Dark Speaker Man. Bro has no other option but to run away as he doesn't have his jetpack no more to fly away faster. Speaker Woman is still able to fly through, but looks like Jimmy wants to kill Dark so bad, because he breaks in and starts rizzing up Dark Speaker Man. Luckily his pet arrived before he got shoot. I noticed Jimmy isn't even trying to find the key and just wants to kill Dark Speaker and others. But suddenly the floor is starting to fall on some kind of void in the base. The Strider Speaker quickly puts his hand for Dark Speakerman before he falls. But out of nowhere something unexpected happens, because right after the Strider was about to lift up Dark Speakerman, his arm starts getting on fire. But a white flame, which we can already guess who it was, but leading this to Dark Speakerman falling into the void. And everything starts getting dark, and Phantom is here, and starts talking to him. I knew she was going to appear in this part, but not on this way. But the Phantom is just yapping all the way in on why does the administrators are hiding those keys so bad from them. And what do they exactly are hiding from everyone? She actually has a point because everyone at this point is just curious. Damn, for the Phantom simps, this scene was something so priceless. She also mentions something to him saying, they wipe all traces from their whereabouts from their mind because they don't trust you. She is basically saying that the administrators don't care at all from any of them, and to them each unit it's just another simple pathetic unit. She also says, yuck, humans. And from the first flashback that's coming in a minute, I can say the administrators are probably humans. But what if the administrators don't actually care about the Alliance like the Phantom said? Either they already know how these administrators are, or just saying that to manipulate Dark Speakerman. Goddamn, the way she is hugging Dark Speakerman is crazy. Which computer woman hugged me that way? But suddenly the camera starts glitching to the first flashbacks, and at the start of it we can see a date, which says January 26, 2030. This means this first flashback was 1 year ago from current plot story we are currently on. And it looks like this is when the administrators were creating the Dark Speaker Man. The curious thing about this is that we can see the mysterious emblem in the wall. And these scientists also have them on their shirt, which I thought this means administrators, and they are part of the administration. But I asked Verlin about this, which I will share later in the video. But the way she says that now they can strike back, it seems she just created him for fighting in their creation. But do they actually care about them? Since the Phantom said that, now she got me thinking, what if the administrators are one of those evil kinky scientists that create their inventions for secret reasons, which turns out to be evil reasons? Maybe before the invasion from the Toilet Emperor, they had other plans. But after that part the Phantom once again teleports us back into another flashback, and this one says on the date January 29th, 2030. So this means this one is 3 days after the flashback from the lab. In here we can see some speakers, and from the Department of Acoustic Warfare. And it looks like in this scene recently the Emperor arrived to Earth. And we can see some cool looking mass toilets, which we have never seen before. People thought it was Toilet Emperor because of the color and saying it was his old body, but I can assure it's not, and it's one of Emperor's goons because Verlin's told me. I do wonder if we will see these in the future. We will talk about this more later on. But out of nowhere we see someone shooting some kind of yellow energy grabbing vehicles, which turns out to be malware. And not gonna lie, bro looks cooler than last time, and people thought this was current timeline, but I think Verlin's just changed a bit his model. And I do say he looks cooler. I don't remember him having both of his hands being gravity guns, so I think this might be a hint that he will have now both of his hands being gravity guns, and maybe Verlin's used his upgraded model. But sadly we didn't see the Toilet Emperor in this part. But there is something interesting in this part, because she says that without that timely arrival of that hulking purple beast from outer space, you would have been cooked, which she is referring to the Tri-Titan. This is hinting to us that the Tri-Titan actually arrived at this part and a fight with Emperor and malware with the Tri-Titan occurred. But here you go, listen to this part yourself.
I think it's fair to say that without the timely arrival of that hulking purple beast from outer space, you'd have been utterly cooked. Resisting me is pointless. I'll get what I need from your mind. Seems I'll just have to be a bit more forceful.
Goddamn, that forceful at the end was my favorite part. I mean, the Phantom Simps did surely lose it after watching that last part. Verlin's is definitely cooking. Verlin's, if you're watching this, please make Computer Woman also talk this badass to please. But everyone right now forget I said that. Anyways, this episode was truly something else, and there are a lot of questions I got curious on after watching the episode. But the two most questions I was more curious on is about the two flashbacks. So I asked two questions to Verlin's and he answered. This is what I asked and he answered. The first question asks about the first flashback in the laboratory. We see three scientist humans, and they are on some kind of laboratory, and I came to see the symbol in the wall, and they also have that emblem on their shirt. I was wondering if they are related to the administrators, or is that symbol not from the administrators? I also asked about the other flashback. We see and past some weird mass toilets, which if I can guess are goons from the Emperor. We haven't seen these type of toilets before in the series, something similar with the malware. But he looks a bit different or upgraded, which I was confused if it was past or present due to them attacking the speakers. But this was before he told me he had the dates on the flashbacks, and here is what he said. The A emblem is just the logo for the unified alliance that most of all the world governments formed after the Emperor arrived on Earth. Those are three scientists working in the acoustic warfare department, meaning they experimented with using sound as a weapon. The woman was also chosen to administrate the speaker race a little later. I did notice that the woman was the speaker's administrator because when I saw the woman working for the speaker's race, I guessed she is the one administrator we saw controlling the drone in episode 106. But that symbol of the acoustic warfare looks like it's an emblem that most of the government's alliance formed after Emperor arrived. So this is pretty interesting. But for the other question here is what Verlin's answered. The flying mass toilet is one of the Emperor's goons. That entire scene takes place not long after they first arrived on Earth. I figured a lot of people would be a bit confused by malware being seemingly upgraded in the past, but I tried to help that by Phantom saying, without that hulking purple beast from outer space, you would have been cooked. Of course she's referring to the Tri-Titan. And I was kind of hinting a previous battle between Tri-Titan and Toilet Emperor in malware. That may had lead to some severe injuries in both parts. So yeah, in this part there was supposed to be a cool-ass fight, but thanks to Phantom teleporting us way we couldn't see it. I am curious if we will see these type of powerful toilets soon. Because we know Toilet Emperor and his goons comes from somewhere else and they came to Earth to conquer it, meaning they might be aliens or something similar. So I'm pretty sure there are still many other powerful toilets from where they came from. Because I don't see a way how there aren't. We have seen some mutants before after Emperor got betrayed by the underworld gods. Pretty much I think after the Emperor arrived on Earth to destroy Earth. The underworld gods also told him they also want to join him to destroy Earth, and that's how they went into an agreement. But of course Emperor wanting to still be their leader. We have seen before Toilet Emperor's headquarters, and it doesn't seem like it's on Earth. So I have a guess that some of these toilets will arrive soon enough when Emperor arrives in episode 111. I think this might happen so they can try to regain control of him. And who knows, maybe even some of their scientist toilets will go to help too. We have seen some of their scientists before, but the toilets are definitely not letting that slide, and when Emperor arrives it's their chance to strike. Because the toilets are aliens coming from another planet going to Earth to conquer it, and by looking at the powerful toilets that joined in the flashbacks, these type of toilets and even other stronger ones need to come back for their leader, which they will probably do so after episode 111, since 111 is the return of Emperor and Malware. I'm so hyped to watch that episode. But besides all that, there's still one more part for episode 107, since it's going to be 3 parts. The next one we might see other flashbacks. Maybe one of them being when the scientist woman getting promoted for being an administrator for the speakers. I don't know if I'm allowed to share this since I forgot to ask Verlin's, but in part 3 Titan Speaker Man will finally have a swing at Jimmy, and someone unexpected will join the battle. A lot of people were wondering where is Titan Speaker and when is he fighting Jimmy because he can't let him get the key. So this battle will finally happen in part 3, and someone will arrive at that battle. I don't know if this someone is on our side or not, but probably not. It might be the necromancer due to him is the principal one who wants the key. But overall this whole episode is turning out great right now. Even though Verlin said this episode would be like a filler episode compared to the upcoming ones. So I can't wait for the upcoming ones that are going to be even wilder. Verlin is cooking more and more with each episode. In my opinion, Verlin takes the #1 spot for being best fan-made multiverse for Skibidi Toilet. It has always been my favorite. The storyline and everything is just crazy. I know most people are more into Dom Studios, and some people also like others like Skibidi Saga and the Zombie one, which of course, I respect all opinions. But me personally, Verlin is my favorite. He like Da Fuck Boom also uses Source Filmmaker, and he cooks in it a lot. Most others uses Blender, and I have understood SFM is an old software, and to animate crazy in it you need to be skilled. And the way bro cooks deep in it like Boom is crazy. The episodes are even now taking longer to come out. But also the storyline is insane. Also I didn't said all this to people debunk my opinion. But yeah, this video has come to an end. Right now while editing this video I hit 4,000 subscribers. Thanks to everyone who keeps supporting this channel. I am grateful for having you guys. And now I am sure we can grow this channel a lot more and hit our goals. But this video has come to an end. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel to keep growing our community even more.